So today I'm at Seah Im Road, and that's the car park right behind me over here. Well, I can make a guess where I'm heading to. Yep, as much as you guessed it, we're heading to the Keppel Hill Forest. Right? So I'll see you there as I'm gonna walk in that direction where it will lead into the interesting sites like the tunnels, stuff like that. I'll see you in a short while. Right? Over there. Beg my pardon, I got slippery fingers, kind of dropped my phone. So I'm going to be heading in the direction over there. As you can see where my fingers are pointing. I'll see you there in a short while. Right, the marker to enter the special enchanted forest would be that tall tree right there. This tall tree, as you can see right there. So I'll see you there in a short while. Alright, cool. So this is the secret entrance that you can see over here. You will see this plaque that states the heritage tree, as I was speaking about. This really tall one over here. Okay, are you gonna be ready to enter the secret entrance? You gotta say sesame open or abracadabra. There you go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the opening ceremony. The gate says open. Let's go. Right, it's a beautiful morning. The grounds are not that muddy, so if it's like raining and sorts, it'll be like seriously muddy. There you go, we have our very first presentation, one of the remnants leftover bunkers. This is known as the Seah Im Bunker. Well, if you're gonna ask me whether I'm gonna go in there, no, I'm not gonna go in. It's like too eerie, right? Even with the torchlight. Even with the torchlight, look. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. Okay, so the rest of the guys have walked in. I have no guts to go in, sorry. So I'm gonna just stand outside here, and I'm just gonna look around on the outsides. There's a trail that's going up that way. I'm not sure whether that's the way we go, but we'll see how from the maps. Right, as you can see, there is actually a rope of sorts which is left over from here. It is used to actually get up to the top in the direction over there. Yeah, so don't be a hero. It's highly recommended that you use this rope. Okay? This one, confirm if you want to get into some cool Commando style adventure, you have to use the rope. Be very careful as you walk, because that's what I say, in forested areas, safety is always number one. Alright, cool, so I'm heading up the slope, still holding on for my dear life, as you can see. So if you are using gloves, it'll be perfect. Yeah, because you can see the ropes are not exactly like in its best condition, but it's in whatever help that it can to actually bring you to the top. Well, a bit punctured, because the slope quite steep. Yeah. So I reached the top, and that's the slope that I came from. I'm gonna head on in that direction. Just one more time to show that rope over there. That is the rope that you need to use when you climb up this steep little trail. So I'm heading on forward. Alright, for ladies, be very careful, because they're like fallen logs along the place here. Be very careful. Look at that. So you do not want to slip and fall, because there's absolutely no barricades if you come to this area here, and this is one of the dangers that you will face if you are not careful. Look at that. But up the slope where we pass by the fallen log, I'm keeping to the right hand side, where you will continue on with the trail over here. Yeah, and then you will come up to a road of sorts. There you go. Okay, that gate, no, do not go in there. That's a no. We will go back the direction behind me. Right, so if you walk towards the fenced area where I said do not go, you just walk maybe about a good, say, 2 meters or sorts, you will come to a small little opening on the left. That is where you have to bash through a little bit. As you can see, I'm bashing through as much as I can, okay, to get to the other side where there's a trail you need to follow. Okay, as I mentioned again, in forested areas, always be careful. Ensure safety is number one. You never know, don't play hero. All right, keep your eyes open, look around. As you can see, look at me, look at all these on the floor. If you're not careful and you don't come with proper shoes, I am very certain somebody's gonna get injured. And that's where SCDF is going to get really busy, because everyone is trying to play hero. Yeah? So we need to get to that trail over there. As you can see, I'm trying to be as careful as I possibly can. And yeah, we don't take chances. There we go. So there's 2 trails, one over there and the other one over here. After proper navigation, we will use these 2 logs as our markers. When you see this log, that log, this log over here, as well as this one, you go to your right, and we will take that road all the way to your right. I'll see you shortly in the next marker. So you have come by a few markers. First marker is the long big tree at Seah Im, followed by the nice tunnel which I didn't dare to go in at all, followed by the slope. Now the gate, yeah, and then the gate, you walk towards the gate about 2-3 meters, take the left, you'll see the logs, take a right. And now we're on our way into the forage area. Yeah, you can see, very muddy, so proper shoes are highly recommended. Yes, you can see I'm trying to avoid the mud at all costs, because you don't want to get overly messy when you're just at the start of your trail. So as you can see, highly muddy. Okay, we're gonna spur on. Right, so after heading on towards the area which I came from, which I said was super muddy, we are walking into thinner forage, and then finally you will come into this forested area. So remember, you will keep going towards your right, and then at this point you just follow the trail all the way. Yeah, just keep following the trail. Apologize, there's like no markers here for you to look at, so you got to just follow the vid and make sure you're safe. And as I mentioned, in forested area, look at how sharp those thorns are. No kidding, don't play hero, seriously, don't play hero. This one gets you, it's gonna hurt a lot. Okay, so when you have come to about, say, 5 to 10 meters into the forage, you will see this like seriously quite gigantic small little water floor over here. Be very careful, because this is the only stone that you can walk across. Yeah, be very careful. As I always say, and I stress 1001 times, be extremely careful when you come into forested areas. And the moment you have come up to the forage area, you will see the magnificent beauty of the Keppel Hill Reservoir. There you go. It's quiet, serene, majestic, and beautiful. This is where you want to just come here and scream your lungs out if you had a bad day at work. Yeah? Cool. So now we're heading to the Japanese Memorial Tomb. This will be your marker. We'll go to your right and we will go up this few slabs of whatever's left over here. Be very careful because they're covered with a bit of moss. It's a bit slippery. The moment you cross path, you will come to a flight of stairs over here, and that's where you, same thing, be very careful, don't play hero. Yeah, because there are like thorns all over the areas, so just be very careful, follow the trail, and we will see the tomb very shortly as we go up the hill. Yeah, careful again, there's like a fence that's over here, cross past that, and we will keep on forging on up ahead. So there you go, there are some like markers left behind by previous hikers. Be very careful as we spur on. As I mentioned again, as you're heading upwards, these are some of the vines, or rather overgrown roots of sorts. Be very careful because you do not want to get yourself entangled, because it will be a long roll down the hill over there, so you don't want to do that. Yeah, and we'll head up. More markers up ahead, as you can see. The markers over there. Woo! Wow, this one a bit jalan, pangcit no, because you're heading upwards now. Wah, punya sisi be pangcit. There you go, your markers to ensure that you are on the correct route. Alright, so we are heading upwards, and there's some commando stuff that you need to do. So ladies, make sure you come with guys that can help you pass all these, because yeah, commando stuff you need to do. As I just crossed one. Wow, pangcit, you see? Look at this one. Sibei pangcit this one. Wow, yes, sibei pangcit. Check. So at the top of the commando trail, these are some of the cool stuff that you get to see. I don't think you ever seen any of this anymore. Alexandra brickwork. Yeah. And you see this flight of stairs, we'll head up there. Yeah. Look at it. Beautiful, isn't it? Alright, I am totally sorry I dropped my phone again, because I was trying to take pictures of this really beautiful staircase. So yeah, the recording has continued as we forge forward. We're heading up the staircase and keep going straight. Just keep saying safety is number one, and in a very few short moments you will come to this area here. Yep, as you can see, the only tomb that is left. Yeah, we're walking towards it, and there you go. I'm sorry I can't read Chinese, so you go ahead and read what you need to read. Alright, so as you exit out, you make a left turn, and we will go on. Sorry, this is really a bit pangcit now because climbing up a bit chuana. Yeah, we will continue on to the left side of the tomb. Alright, so this is actually the leftover remnants of some veranda of sorts. This is just a short walk from the tomb of the Navy officer. There you go. It's not very difficult to get here because it's a clear path if you walk from the direction over there. So it's pretty safe. So as we spur on upwards the hill again, this is past the tomb, right? You do a left turn and then you will walk about maybe 2 meters. You will come up to this side where you got markers all over again. So that shows that you are surely in the right direction. There you go, all your markers. It shows that you're in the right direction. Right, so at this point, there's actually a fork, left and right. You do the one that's on the left. As you can see, the marker, and then the other marker over there. So at this point, you go to your left. This is where you got to be extra careful because one of our teammates actually took a fall here. As I mentioned, these are overgrown vines, roots of sorts, and the ground's slightly damp. Because you're in a forested area, what do you expect? You can get like dry forest, right? It's mostly damp. So as we spur on, this is where you've got to follow the trail very closely. Yeah? There you go, your markers again. Okay, so if we bash through this like small opening over here, you have to be very careful because there could be snakes. Yeah? And this is where, you see that small hole there? That's where you bash through. And we'll head on in that direction. Be very careful because they're like roots sticking off. And that's where you gotta bash through a little bit. Yeah, get your body a bit moist and wet. That's okay. As we head on, still quite safe. There you go. Wow. Alright, so we're still heading on in the direction with all these overgrown foliage. And in a few short moments, I'm gonna pan my camera upwards. You will see something up there. There you go. We'll come to Mount Faber. This is where the cable car station is right there. I've mentioned I've come up to the top of this hill where I see the Mount Faber cable car. Yeah, and you just continue up this sandy patch of trail. And then you go into this really nice little hole over there. Yeah? Right, obviously they put a rope here for a reason, right? This is where you don't play hero, you don't want to kalamangka and then start rolling all the way down when you are just into the peak of your hike. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. This is where you will see all the wishing bells. Wishing bells, ding ding long long, and then they make sounds. And there you go. The bells of Mount Faber. I can't go too far in because there's one guy that's like washing. Yeah. So I'll just stop at some point. Or maybe I'll just ask the guy if he can. And there you go. The bells of Mount Faber. There you go. So just for a repeat broadcast, we came up from this point over here where you can see the string, and it will lead you up here into where you will see the bells of Mount Faber. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Alright, we're gonna head on in that direction there. Right, so the moment we have crossed past the bells, we will take the left side and we will head down this area. But be very careful because these are where loose gravels are very dangerous if you're not wearing the right pair of shoes. So I'm gonna go down sideways just to show that I am actually doing it right when you encounter loose gravels with the right pair of shoes. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the awesome hike from Seah Im into the Keppel Hill area, the reservoir, the tomb, and all the way up here where you will see the bells over there. In any case, be very, very careful in forested areas. You really do not want to mess around. It's been a good hike. I'll see you soon to the next adventure. Good day. Bye.